Before 2021, I'm artist, curator, human rights activist. But 2021 took everything from me, including my family.
You might be hearing the news about Burma these days that there's a possibility of a coup d'etat. And this morning at 6, we got the news that Aung San Suu Kyi was arrested, along with all the leaders of the country. It is confirmed that my dad is being arrested too. They've been asking where family members are staying. I'm currently escaping right now. Maybe this can be my last message. As soon as my father was arrested, I started to reach out to human rights organizations.
And they say that they will help if he's human rights defender or journalist. But my father is a politician, so he cannot help. No humanitarian aid, no advocacy whatsoever. We basically get no help.
The internet was shut down, and international reporters couldn't get in or out of the country. I have to document what is going on, so that people can somehow see what is happening. If they see a camera, and you will get killed because they are trying to arrest and kill as many journalists as possible.
The camera was well hidden under a pile of my partner's underwear.
And they never touch it because touching the woman's underwear will hurt their spiritual credit. The car approaches near the entrance, and we saw the whole compound was surrounded by fully armed soldiers and police. After we sneak in, I take a series of family portraits while leaving a space for my father.
We put the string between us to represent literal meaning of attachment between our loved ones and his absence.
I try to imagine that he come back one night. I have to make an evidence when there's nothing to show. I make emotional evidence. The mainstream media is not sure what is going on, and I have to make it under the banner of contemporary art. I knew I had to risk getting out of the country,
so I could speak out about what was happening.
We will shortly be arriving at London Blackfriars.
I can only exist here because of my identity as an artist. If I just get out, nobody will help me. I'm just using my work as an excuse to do the advocacy for political prisoners and talk about my father.
We can see you right now. Hi.
Hello, hi. My father is a democratically elected parliamentarian, and he was arrested in 2021 and sentenced 16 years with hard labor. I'm meeting with the local MP here to mention about my father case in the UK Parliament. I call human rights organization for creative collaboration. And before I say anything, they say like, we don't help with asylum cases. So that is the general sense. Knocking on all the doors, no answer. So this department called UN Working Group for Arbitrary Detention. They're collecting all the witness statements to do further action. I'm testifying. This is the best I can do for my father officially. My father grew up in a lower middle-class family. After he graduated as a dentist, he was a part of 1988 uprising demanding human rights. He taught me how humility is important, how honesty is important. In 2015, we finally had democratic elections, and my father becomes a chief minister.
So our dreams come true, but along with the nightmares.
That's today. That's today, yes.
Every day.
It is basically every day. There's military burning people alive. I just want to ask the world what the whole world can do about this.
"29 years old, fraught later, got arrested in Thailand."
These are the clothes of political prisoners that have been snuck out of several prisons. And we will incorporate them into the fabric installation by turning them into a Shan traditional rag and attach them on the faces of the family portrait to represent all the families of political prisoners. It's about the placement, like the excavation.
The problem is that if you make the photos aspect ratio from that guy and that case, but the problem is the head.
How does it feel to rip up all your pictures?
I don't like it, but like, it's just a visual analogy of how we've been treated. So this is like the exact identical of my father's political prisoner clothes. The design of the mask is inspired from Myanmar marionette.
I'm very honored to introduce one of our fellows. He's an accomplished curator and artist who's forced to conceal his identity because to campaign openly against the military junta in Myanmar would be to place his family in considerable and very real danger. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Sai.
I write here because no one is actually happy with all the acoustic in Burma. On the piece of paper that you appended, it is the fatalities of the people. It's totally up to you what you do with this. If you want to throw it in the dustbin, this right or back. These kind of atrocities are being neglected by the world. My father was arrested since February 1st. It is now more than 1 year that he's been put inside prison. And he was recently sentenced 16 years of imprisonment with hard labor.
Bane so am les on ma thi de bu.
Myanmar's military authorities have executed 4 democracy activists. The 4 men were sentenced to death in a closed trial in January. They were accused.
Since they started to execute political prisoner, I started to see that my father can be killed anytime.
Right now, we only have few days left, so our visa gonna run out in 3 days.
If we have to go with the visitor visa extension, does that buy us 8 weeks before you would have to leave?
Being stateless, thinking about visa all the time, thinking about my father, whether he has the medicines or not inside the prison. The thought of like, when I do have to pack again, it gave me anxiety. I don't know. It's a made-up case. Who have a witness for the made-up case? The whole thing is very Kafkaesque. They want to justify the coup, and they are trying to find their own phony justification that, oh, we have to charge all the democratically elected government with the fraud. They are just making things up along the way. In France, it's very difficult to connect with other people. One, we don't have the tongue to speak, but we managed to make an exhibition. My father, he only had me to talk about him. He only had me as an advocate. Our many requests for a platform for advocacy were ignored, even from our own community. We are alienated and isolated here. I'm not sure art is working. But this is the only way that I can talk about my father and where people actually look at it. So that's why I'm doing it. I risk my life to take this evidence.
But like, nobody is interested in our tragedy. Only when we make something out of it, they started to like, oh, you want to enjoy us, like, you want to enjoy our tragedy. So please enjoy our tragedy.
I love France because I cannot advocate effectively about political prisoners. It's good to be here. Kind of remind me who I was before. We are getting attention from important curators here.
So we have enough material if you want to show solo exhibition. We have all the wallpaper installation and fabric. We're gonna expand the project. I meet with political dissidents and exile. For political prisoner situation, now is a really alarming state. So I just want to use any opportunity that I can to remind that we need humanitarian assistance. My father have diabetes and some other serious health problems. He cannot receive medicine.
This looks like where I grew up.
I don't like triggers, so I don't know.
There's a possibility to collaborate together with the family members of political prisoners and the political dissidents, the exiles here. and I want to document our collective truth.
I have to create a really meaningful day so that people from anywhere, when they look at it, they can empathize. This is the riskiest place on earth for Burmese people, next to Burma itself.
Most of the people live in fear every day. If you are undocumented, then you'll be sent back easily. They didn't get any help from the human rights organizations, no support from national unity government. I want to make this work completely about them. Identity ပိုင်းဆိုင်ရာတွေကျွန်တော်
ဘာလို့လဲဆုံးလဲလို့ပြောရင်ကျွန်တော်တို့ဟိုစာတင်တဲ့အချိန်တွေလွယ်တာပေါ့နော်ကျွန်တော်ဟိုဆိုတော့ဒီအချိန်ကကျွန်တော်တို့ဟိုအေးချမ်းဆုံးအချိန်ပေါ့နော်
ဒီဘက်မှာတွေ့ရမှာ illegal ဆိုတဲ့ဥစ္စာနဲ့ဟိုကျွန်တော်တို့ကိုတိမ်ပြီးဆက်ဆံတယ်
ကျွန်တော်ကလွန်းထောက်သွားတယ်တကူလုံးပြီးတော့ပြောမယ်ဆိုစိတ်မာလို့ဟိုအတက်ရှင်တယ်လို့ပဲပြောရမှာပေါ့ဒီဆက်အားလာကျွန်တော်ဘယ်လိုပဲဖြစ်နေကျွန်တော်ဆက်ပြီးတော့ကျွန်တော်တော်လန်နေဦးမှာပဲ
တကားခောက်တန်ကြရင်လန့်တယ်ချက်ချင်းမဖွင့်ပေးရဲဘူးပြင်ဆိုလဲတိတ်မထွက်ရဲဘူး
ဒီတိုင်းပြည်တွေကျွန်တော်တို့ပြည့်စုံချင်တယ်အိမ်မက်တွေနာဂတ်တွေဒါတွေအကုန်လုံးပြောက်သွားတာဆုံးရှုံးစရာတွေကြီးပဲဗျာညှော်လင်းချက်ကကျွန်တော်တို့ဘာမှမရှိတော့
ဒီမှာရက်လို့စိတ်
အာနာသိန်းနာကအကြောင်းပြချက်ကမဲစင်းရဲ့လိန်လို့သိန်းနေဆိုရဲတဲ့ပေါ့နော်အဲ့လိုဆိုတော့ကျမတို့ကမဲယုံမှာတောင်းထမ်းဆောင်ခဲ့တယ်လေတခြားလောက်ခဲ့တယ်တခြားစစ်စစ်ခဲ့တယ်အဲ့လိုလှုပ်လိုက်တဲ့ဟာကိုဒါကြောင့်ဆိုပဲဟာကြီးကကျမအတွက်အရင်ခံပြင်းတယ်
သူဒီလားရှင်သလားဆိုတဲ့ဟာကိုတော့ကျွန်တော်တို့သိကျင်တယ်အဲ့တော့ကျွန်တော်တို့လိုက်ပြီးတော့ဟိုစုံစမ်းနေတာမှမရခဲ့ဘူးပေါ့နော်ဟိုတလားရှိတဲ့ခါကျတော့ဟိုထောင်ရောက်တယ်ဆိုတာသိရပေါ့
ခဏခေါ်စစ်တယ်စစ်ကြောရေးမှာမရင်းကျင်းလို့ရတယ်တက်ပြစ်လိုက်မရင်းကျင်းပြီးတက်ပလိုက်လို့ရတယ်ဟိုဥပမာပေါ့သူ့ဒုက္ခပေးမယ်ဟိုချက်ချင်းဖမ်းလို့ရပါသူပြေးနေတာလားလွတ်သွားပြီလားဆိုတော့ကျွန်တော်မသိဘူး
ကျွန်တော်တို့ဒါ collective pain เนาะ collective pain ဆိုတာတယောက်တည်းဦးထဲနဲ့ဖြစ်တာလည်းမဟုတ်တနိုင်ငံလုံးဖြစ်တဲ့ပဲIt would be a really good thing for the people in the future to reflect what happened to us as Myanmar people. We become the messenger to tell their story. I think that's the only constructive thing that I can do. Regardless of international community take action or not, we only have ourselves. It's Burma, right? These mountains are from Burma. And the clouds, look at these majestic clouds. I used to be so obsessed with the clouds in Burma. On the other side of the mountain, my father's there. Not very far.